Okay, so now let's move on to the different coal mining methods. So here are the summary, no, for this course, at least sa coal mining. Here are the most common coal mining methods globally, no, all around the world. So meron tayo for surface coal mining, area surface mining, contour mining, open pit mining, and then sa underground coal mining, we have long wall method, short wall method, room and pillar, conventional or continuous mining method. So, iisa-isahin natin sila by details later on. So, for surface mining, we have this sequence ng activities which is yung planning, drilling, blasting, loading, and hauling. Kung mapapansin natin, almost similar sila sa ating production cycle, but then sa overall sequence ng or program of activities ng surface mining, ito yung mauna. So, planning. Before getting an act or before doing an act or performing execution of the mining mismo, meron tayong planning. Okay, so sa planning, we have pit planning and design primarily. So we have different factors na we should consider. So we have the geographic features, geologic features, controlling factors, and technical factors. So ano ba itong mga nilalaman ng each factor na ito? So say for example, si geographic features, meron tayong kino-consider na rainfall, temperature, weather, tsaka yung altitude. Sa geologic factors naman, yung terrain condition, nature ng overburden, shape ng deposit, tsaka thickness ng coal seam. So, tinitingnan natin to. Kasama to lahat sa planning. Estimated tonnage possibilities. So, kasali din yan sa mga controlling factors. If the coal is to be washed or kailangan natin ng washability studies. If yung coal is ilo-load siya as raw, so, kailangan natin ititingnan yung loading, no? Loading activities. Then, if selective loading naman yung gagawin, so, yung pit plans, kung alin doon yung uunahin na yung ilo-load, okay, isi-schedule siya. So, ganun. Yun yung mga controlling factors na pwede natin or na dapat na isalin natin during planning. And then next is yung technical factors. Nandiyan na papasok si surface mine ratio, production requirements, ilan yung needed na ipoproduce na coal per day. So based dun sa annual target natin and sa target ng annual target natin based dun in accordance to the requirement ng buyer. And then overall life of mine, equipment ng overburden, moving and coal loading and handling, destination ng coal, gaano kahaba ba yung hauling time, power requirements ng entire plant, ng entire mine, then land data or land controlling factors. Okay. So next step or next ng sequence, no, of activities for surface mining, we have the drilling in coal pits. So, sa drilling is kasali dito yung overburden drilling. So, ito yung pinakauna na operation, no, sa cycle ng actual removal ng overburden natin. Okay? So, rotary drills are most common, but the choice of whether horizontal or vertical holes will depend sa following. Okay? So, type ng location of formation ng overburden, then degree ng slope, depth ng overburden, and width ng pit, fragmentation results, anticipated congestion, pit congestion, then drill characteristics. So, isa yan sa mga tinitingnan. Okay. So, next is factors naman to consider in drill selection. So, here the drill must be equipped with sufficient air pressure and volume properly. Keep the holes being drilled free from cuttings and to cool the bit cutting points and bearing. For dusty conditions, separation system must be provided. And then drill construction as well as durability of electrical and mechanical machinery. Of course, kailangan natin na mag-sustain yung ating machinery in the long run. And then the balance, mobility, and flotation characteristic ng drill. And then rate ng penetration. Isa yan sa tinitingnan. Kasi meron tayong production requirement. So, titingnan natin kung how much yung capability din ng ating drills. No? Next sa sequence is blasting in coal pits. So, sa blasting, it must be tailored to each mining area and may have to be varied with the length of active pit. Factors that dictate blasting procedure include the type, location, spacing ng strata, the overburden, the degree of augmentation to give optimum efficiency of overburden excavation, then amount ng moisture ng overburden, spacing ng diameter ng drill holes, spacing and diameter, and then whether drill holes are vertical or horizontal. So, ANFO and permissible explosives are commonly used in blasting for coal mines. Lighter charges of explosive is required. Okay, so sa coal mining, hindi basta-basta na, especially underground na. So, meron lang tayong limited number of explosive, and those are permissible explosives na allowed for coal mining. Okay? So, next sa sequence is yung loading. So, sa loading, basically, meron tayong dalawang klaseng equipment. We have the shovel and drag lines. So, si shovel, ginagamit siya for coal seam outcrops. And then, ito ginagamit if shallow yung overburden. And then, yung terrain and pitch ng coal is, i-allow niya, no, yung multiple cuts ng pits before reaching the maximum digging limit ng shovel. So, next thing, drag lines. Drag lines is applied to much thinner coal seam with thicker but more stable na overburden. Okay, later on makikita natin anong itsura ni shovel, anong itsura ni drag lines. Okay, adverse pit conditions such as slides and flooding. So, ito yung ginagamit. So, si drag line is more versatile, no, tool than shovel. It is more mobile, and then it can handle more materials, dig deeper, move laterally, and place spoil farther from the pit. Aside from that, it excavate deeper box cut, or when we say box cut, yung initial pit na gagawin natin, with greater flexibility in handling overburden. And then another thing, it also handle poorer stocking stability and interferes less with coal loading operation since it is not positioned sa coal mismo. So, the digging operation is accomplished by filling, dumping a bucket attached by cables to a boom projecting from dragline housing by means of hoist cables. So, the bucket may be raised or lowered. So, titingnan natin ano ba yung itsura nito. So, ito siya, si shovel. Next thing is yung drag line. Dito yung sinasabi natin bucket niya. We have yung hoisting rope. So, itong boom niya is ma-adjust lang din. Ma-lowered, no? And then, yung hoist, pwede makapag-lower and then ma-raise yung bucket. So, ito siya, mas sinasabi na mas mobile and mas versatile. And then, mas flexible also. So, hindi siya makahamper sa operation mismo dun sa coal seam kasi pwede siyang ilatag or ilagay sa area kung saan walang coal seam. No? Dahil nga sa laki niya. Okay. So, for haulage, ito yung mga klaseng equipment, heavy equipment na ginagamit. So, we have the trucks. These refer to the machine which transport the material to the backfill area. Truck can dump any size na materials even in relative the steep grade. So, yung applicability niya is thick coal seams and then large overburden depths. Used in both overburden and coal loading and handling. So, ito yung mga factors to consider in selecting the size and type ng trucks na to be used in coal pits. So, yung production rate required, so length ng hole, anticipated grades, cycle time required, capacity ng loading machines, predicted availability, cost of operation, initial cost. Okay. So, yung trucks natin, meron talaga yan siyang time na madadown, no? So, yun yung ibig sabihin na predicted availability ng trucks. So, meron talaga siyang maintenance. That is why sa mining meron tayong preventive maintenance department or section. So, sila yung assigned to for the maintenance ng for the care and maintenance ng ating trucks para mas tumaba yung para mas ma-manage yung ating fleet availability pag kailangan na sa mine. So, yan yung ibig sabihin ng predicted availability. So, gaano siya, how often siya, gaano siya kadalas na mini-maintain, gaano siya kadalas na available. Depende din sa other factors na i-consider natin. Okay? So, next is yung bucket wheel excavator. This is not conventional machine as compared with drag lines or shovels. It is a departure of the standard procedure of dig, lift, swing, and dump, no? Kagaya nung sa shovel. This time, with the wheel there's very little loss of time while digging as it almost continuous process. So, okay, so ang ginagawa lang ni bucket wheel excavator, so mag-vlog to siya. Ito is yung track niya para makamove siya. And then, ito naman is nagro-rotate para madig niya yung coal seam. So, ito yung bucket. Marami siyang bucket, no? Then, at the same time, cutter din siya. So, kukunin niya. And then, malulod dito. May conveyor to sa loob dito. Papunta doon sa end part ng opposite side. And from there, pwede nang makastack. Or pwede din meron another set ng conveyor para papunta sa stack, na stack as in S-T-A-C-K. So the coal loading operation is carried out by removal ng coal in benches similar to overburden removal process. But then again, yung coal loading shovel loads into fleet of trucks which haul the coal to the plant or designated dumping site. This time yung bucket wheel excavator wala na siyang ganong motion. So, pwede na siya didiretso sa stack. Okay? So, next is yung scraper. So, si scraper naman, ginagamit siya for the removal ng overburden, suited for operation where the overburden must be removed some distance from the immediate mining area. So, separate na yung tagakuha ng overburden compare dun sa ating mga equipment na gagamitin for the handling ng coal.